Guys, you are not gonna believe this, but then again, you guys just might. Let's talk about it because now that we have learned that Kim and Lewis Hamilton are getting serious, they're talking marriage. Nicole Scherzinger is warning Kim to be careful with Lewis Hamilton because Lewis Hamilton can be hot and cold. If you guys are not aware, Nicole Scherzinger and Lewis Hamilton, they were together for a little bit over 15 years, if not 20 years. No exaggeration. And for the time they were together, he never married this woman. And we thought that Nicole Scherzinger was his main priority. Absolutely not. She was never his main priority. So, as such, according to this report, they're saying Nicole Scherzinger, Lewis Hamilton's former partner, has reportedly warned Kim Kardashian to be careful as their romance appears to be moving towards marriage and family plans. Nicole's advice is meant to protect Kim from potential heartbreak given Hamilton's past of non-committal behavior and the challenge of managing a family. Nicole's warning comes from a place of care, especially considering Kim's responsibility as a mother. Despite their close relationship, Nicole's main priority, is ensuring Kim doesn't get hurt, especially given she has 4 children to consider in all of this. No. If I was Nicole, I would not be warning Kim. I believe that this warning could potentially be a sour, bitter warning, because if she was with Lewis Hamilton for 10, 15, 20 years and he never married her, but lo and behold, he's about to marry Kim, I would be pissed, I would be hurt, and I would be saying, girl, don't do it. I would be saying that for real. No. Has Lewis Hamilton ever given you guys the impression that he might be on the zesty side? Because I know I can't be the only one who gets that impression of him sometimes. But what else do we know? We know that there are pretty boys out there who are not gay. They're not swinging both sides of the fence. They are just a pretty boy. They just love fashion and they're just stush, And I think that is okay. I think it is okay for a person to be who they are. But I cannot help it. Every time I see an interview with Lewis Hamilton, I really have to ask, is this man 100% straight or is he bisexual? Because I'm gonna be honest, he definitely gives bisexual, in my opinion. No. I want to dive into this report with you guys a little bit further because if you guys don't know, Nicole Scherzinger and Lewis Hamilton, they were together. They were on, we've seen them on so many events together. They were off and on again, and Lewis Hamilton has always been private. We haven't heard much about him in the media. Not really much. Every time we hear something, it was always like Nicole Scherzinger sharing a little bit with someone, and then it gets into the tabloids, right? Also, there was one particular incident when she was like, I'm done with this guy. I've been with him for so many years. And irrespective of the fact that I've been with him for so many years, he's not gonna commit. He's not ready to commit. He doesn't want to have kids and all of that jazz, right? And now here he is talking marriage and a baby with Kim. I don't know. If I was Nicole, I'd be a bitter Betty. I'd be just throwing shades left, right, and center. Or, unless the man has a deep, dark secret that I know about, that I'm laughing at Kim about, that's the only way I would see, I would say, this woman is a fool. Thinking that man is going to marry to her? Absolutely not. if I don't have something like that, I would be laughing at Kim. And no matter what's going on, if I was Nicole, I would definitely, be hypocritical with Kim. I wouldn't let the public know that I'm a bitter Betty, but I would be. Let me know if you guys get the gist of what I'm saying, right? Now, we're going to go into this report because I don't know, for some reason, I don't think Nicole Scherzinger would be warning Kim. Like, if I was Nicole Scherzinger, I would let that bitch crash and burn. I don't care. Let her crash and burn. That would be my attitude. Not publicly, but in the friendship circle and in the group chat, that would be my energy, right? Now they're saying Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian have partaken in what appears to be a whirlwind romance spanning 3 countries in just days, and his A-lister ex-girlfriend allegedly has something to say about it. The 7-time Formula One world champion 41 and the Skims founder 45 have been spotted together across London, the Cotswolds. That's like the, Beverly Hills of California, but Cotswolds is like a upstage from Beverly Hills, right? Think of it that way. So they're saying that they have been spotted together across London, the Cotswolds, and this is the same place that Jay-Z and Beyonce are allegedly building their mega mansion. So everyone is going to be one big happy neighbor, right? So they were in London, the Cotswold, Paris, and Los Angeles this week, sending the internet into a frenzy. I never saw that frenzy. I didn't see it. Did you guys see that frenzy? Because I never did. Now they're saying, while the pair have known each other for over a decade, they'd never been romantically linked until now. It all kicked off around New Year's Eve when sources say the duo spent time together in Aspen before their European adventure. No, they were long together before that, low-key. Do you guys remember we would see Kim traveling to England, traveling to Germany? And I've been telling you guys for over a year that Kim has a man in the UK. He does sports and he is black biracial. I've been giving you guys all of that deeds for over a year now. So they've been together longer than that, right? Now they're saying Miss Kardashian was in the capital promoting her clothing brand when she and Mr. Hamilton allegedly shared a night at the luxurious Rosewood Hotel. The couple's countryside escape took them to Estelle Manor, an exclusive members-only hotel nestled in 85 acres of Cotswold land. Sources say they enjoyed a couple's massage and had the spa and pool entirely to themselves for the evening, followed by an intimate dinner in a private room away from other guests. It was all kept very quiet. They clearly wanted to have some time for just the two of them, one insider revealed, right? So now they're saying, they jetted off to Paris, where they were staying at the swankily Bristol Hotel while Miss Kardashian promoted her Skims line and all of that jazz. However, not everyone is thrilled about the budding romance. Friends of Mr. Hamilton's ex-girlfriend, Nicole Scherzinger, have reportedly raised concerns about Miss Kardashian's new man, claiming he had a nasty streak during their 8-year relationship. Okay, so it's 8 years. I exaggerated a bit. That's okay. It's 8 years. So, a source close to the Pussycat Dolls singer told The Sun, Lewis was the master of blowing hot and cold. 1 minute he would be buying her gifts and saying he loved her, and the next he would cause an enormous argument and then ignore her for days. I think that's when he wants to run off with his other lover. Read between the lines. Maybe wanted to run off with a male lover. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. The guy just looks a bit zesty in my opinion. And I'm gonna say it. Now, they're saying she would often be left in tears after Rose with him. They added he seemed to be a lot more interested in hanging out with his bros. What are the chances? Than with his girlfriend. When the couple finally called it quits in 2015, Ms. Scherzinger said, "At the time, I'm devastated that it didn't work out. It was the hardest decision we had to make." Oh my God. Is the media trying to tell us something? Is the media trying to tell us something here? Because what are the chances? I was like, every time I watch an interview with this guy, he gives just zesty. And now they're saying he rather hangs out with his bros than to hang out with his girl. That is definitely telling. Now they're saying despite the concerns raised by her friends, the pop star herself appears to harbor no ill will towards her former flame. It means that she knows something about him that she's laughing at him about, in my opinion, and she's like, haha, I can't wait for Kim to find this out about him. I can't wait for her to uncover this. But chances are Kim knows. Chances are she knows, right? Now they're saying despite the concerns raised by her friends, the pop star herself appears to harbor no ill will. We read that. A source confirmed to Metro that the 47-year-old singer is happy for Louis and couldn't be more content with her own life. Miss Scherzinger is now engaged to former Scottish rugby union player Tom Evans, who proposed during a romantic holiday in Portugal in June 2023. Girl, it is almost June 2026. That wedding is not gonna happen. Now, regardless of how their relationship ended, they worked together for a long time, and she will always care about him as a person, the source shared. She couldn't be happier with Tom, and they're enjoying planning for their upcoming wedding. The Broadway star who won her first Tony Award last year for her role in Sunset Boulevard previously told Jonathan Ross she wished Louis nothing but happiness, success, and love. Me too, girl. Me too. But I still think that this man might be zesty. Might be zesty, okay? Just might be. We don't know for a fact, so we're gonna say might be, but I don't know. The guy keeps giving zesty. I still love him though. I really do love Lewis Hamilton. I really do like the guy. But anywho, guys, let me know, because that part about him rather to spend time with his bro, I think that's a hint to something. But anywho, they're saying Nicole Scherzinger is warning Kim to be careful of Lewis Hamilton because he blows hot and cold, and oftentimes he would just buy his woman gifts. That's their trick, you know. That's their trick. They'll buy them gifts to keep them silent, and then off with the boys. They have a pattern. Not saying that Lewis Hamilton is gay. I'm just saying, what are the chances? Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We're going to talk some more. Peace.